Welcome to the birthplace of college football, the campus of Rutgers University in Piscataway, New Jersey, where the game will be a little more technical, but no less intense than that showdown with Princeton in 1869. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Army Black Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Black Knights will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. They've got the screen set up. Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
My job as offensive coordinator.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With the run on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are. They know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're trying to get to it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
The give to the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute.
Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Got it in the middle, it's Monaga. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Monaga. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Oh, he got loose, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Off the play fake. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll try it over the left side. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to get it through the air. Now adjusting. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Marshall was anything but dominant, but the Thundering Herd are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elcon. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around me.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll run it on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's still third and goal. The play action fake. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's fourth down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Looking to throw, it's Daly. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
It's caught downfield. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Setting up the screen, and it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football, just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big game.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Number 26 with the return.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fair catch, called for and made. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Trying play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it. But you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Coming after him. Oh, picked off. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Some misdirection with the counter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Monaga. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On second down, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Dances away from one. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Snags it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rutgers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Lowers those pads. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
At the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score, Rutgers 35, Army 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pirouettes away from the defense. Able to pick its way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Looking downfield, it's Daly. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 6, with the catch and score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over BYU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They try to pop a run on the draw. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Discards a man, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. The Scarlet Knights have enough for the first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it's the defense that kind of relaxed for a second. But you could tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
And the Scarlet Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
At the 24-yard line. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Looking for more room. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Trying to find his man on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Pulls it in. It's Robinson.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. It's caught. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air. It's Daly. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Shoots it to the left. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by 7 possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. It's a draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They got him down quickly after the pick that he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. And now this offense will take the field again. Hands it off. Shakes off the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the tackler. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this